Okay. Now, I think we're good.
Good, it's working.
It's working. We're live. We're
Sick,
doing
man.
it. Um,
All right.
Good Times Podcast, though. We made it.
I think so.
It's your boy,
We're trying to
Mitch
at
on the
least.
streets.
That's me. That's your boy, Mitch
And then you got me, Parker,
Clarky. Let's go.
throwing it down.
No, yes, sir. Fuck, how long we been trying to do this stupid podcast for? God damn it.
Um,
When did we buy these mics
oh,
to specifically try
that's
and do
right. We
this?
bought the we bought the mics for the pure purpose of doing a podcast.
Let me go to my Amazon orders real quick. Let's see. Nope. We're back to May. Okay, hang on.
It was a while ago. February, maybe.
I think it was February, to be honest.
But hey,
Frauds.
man, better late than never.
Hey,
Our
hey, man, you
first,
got to start somewhere.
hopefully not last podcast.
Exactly. Yeah. February 17th is when we ordered these.
Well, here we are.
Hey, here we are almost 4 months later.
We
We're
are
here.
kind of just sending it though into this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just gonna keep it chill. Who knows?
That's what you got to do, man.
Don't know
No.
exactly what we're gonna do with it, but I feel like we sit in Discord a lot of the times and then just bullshit around. So like, why not record it?
Yeah, might as well turn it into something.
And then we have something to look back on. I think though, bringing on people is gonna be probably a main thing that we do each podcast.
Oh, for sure.
I think I was telling you earlier.
Not every podcast, but having someone on like
no.
a few times. But
Like Michael's hilarious.
yes,
Hunter, I can go on forever. Just different stories with him.
I know you guys have stories. Michael and I have stories. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So those would be really good episodes with either of them on or both of them on. Whoever really, and like
Yeah.
we say, whoever's down to do it, just have them on. Be kind of fun.
But
Just kind of shoot the shit.
As far as this podcast, though, I don't know. Just introduction.
Yeah, man. I mean, you want to start off? Tell us who you are, what you do, why you're here.
Well, let's talk about it together. So Mitch and I have known each other for, God, I don't know, 9
What
years.
you met Hunter in? You met Hunter in 4th grade.
4th grade.
And what year was that?
How old are people in 4th grade? 9, 10.
Well, because I'm technically 2 years. You and Hunter are the same age.
I'm just saying, however old I am, that's what year it is.
Because
So
I
if was
moved up
10,
here
it's
when I was
2010.
11. Yeah, 90. Yeah, because I moved up here in 2009. So, and you were friends with Hunter then probably, yeah? Because I think so.
Yep.
Either you guys were in 5th grade or no, you should have been in 4th grade because I was in 6th grade when I moved up here. So you guys were in 4th grade.
I was in 4th grade.
Yeah.
So Caleb Crary, he was the one that actually befriended me first. I was just
Caleb. Me and Caleb go way back.
This poor little homeschool kid, no friends, no social skills.
Look like Ellen DeGeneres.
And they decided to bring me on as one of their own.
They took pity on you.
And then you know what I think what happened is Hunter invited me to one of his birthday parties, and that's when I first met you because it was like a laser tag.
Oh, that's right. Was that a Laser Quest?
It sure was.
Damn.
So we were tearing it up, and then from there it's kind of history. I mean,
history, man.
Going forward, but oh gosh, going back though, when I first met Hunter, and I obviously want to save a lot of the good stories for if we can get Hunter on this.
Yeah.
But I remember Caleb, Hunter, and I, we started this like black market shop in our classroom where we would take people's we used to have like a store in there where you could buy like rulers and shit and like, I don't know, just random shit. and we would take their
Like an
stuff.
actual store, or
Yeah,
like
well,
an
you
actual, and you guys were stealing from them?
no, 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 no. We would take
Oh.
their we would take their stuff and we turn it into like we would sharpen them down into knives and make like bow and arrows and stuff out of it. Uh, yes, it's a pretty good time.
Just like a little blacksmith shop for
Yeah,
fourth graders. Oh
yeah.
my god,
But
that's crazy.
so yeah, homeschooled and then with them and I, gosh, rest is history. But
Wait, you were homeschooled up until fourth grade?
yeah.
That explains everything.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
Yeah. I legit had no idea. I'm not even kidding.
Let's hear it from you, Vegas boy. Born and
Let's see.
raised.
Born and raised, dude. Born and raised in the South, the dirty South. Not really.
Mm,
So moved up here from Las Vegas in 2009. My mother met my now stepdad at a. It was like at a. It wasn't a bar. It was like a country bar. I forget what it's called, but
in Vegas.
they met in Vegas. Yeah, Ty just. It was their last day there, and they just so happened to come across each other that night, and the rest is history. That's why I'm up here.
Damn.
But
Why did you
moved
guys want
up
to move
here.
up to Washington though? Because
It wasn't well. My mom wanted to for the most part, but like I said, like my dad still lives down in Vegas. Like I'm still super close with my dad, so
yeah.
I talk like every week we catch up pretty much. But we try to keep in contact as much as we can. But
Okay.
my dad, he's like, if you guys want to go, totally. So my sister and I were like, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we moved up summer 2009. We Ty at the time only had like a single wide trailer, and it was me, my mom, my sister, our pug Daisy at the time, and then we also had a cat.
Daisy.
And it was a 2-bedroom single wide trailer. So my sister and I, we slept in the living room on we took turns. So we either got the couch or the cot, and that cot was the worst thing possible, dude. It sucked. Like you were better off sleeping on the ground probably. And then we kept the cat in the second bedroom because, no offense, I love Alvin to death, but he was a nasty cat, sneezing all over everything, dude. But good lord.
Damn, Alvin. Well,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. And then we were in the trailer for a couple months, and then we moved into the house that they still live in, and um leading to where that's where I met Hunter too, just riding my bike.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like the day we moved in, like we were just riding our bike through the neighborhood to see what's up. And we
Uh-huh.
just rolled across Hunter and Vashon. I think Mike was out there too. And just the rest is history, man.
Rest
And
is
then
history.
now I'm 5 years out of high school. I'm jobless because
Hey
uh,
man, it's tough times out here.
we in a pandemic. God damn it. No, but just chilling, doing my thing,
There you go,
taking
man.
money from the government every single week. Not by choice, but
Okay,
it
pal.
is what
Okay.
it is.
uh,
Now
I
we're here.
I guess for some additional background on myself, graduated college. Oh gosh, a year ago I think was when my graduation was. That's crazy. And
Yeah, because you moved in June, right?
uh,
Or you
yeah,
graduated May, and then
no,
you
no,
moved in
no.
June, right?
Graduated June, and then I think I
And then
moved
moved
a
2 weeks
week or
later.
two later. Yep.
Damn.
Moved to Montana. Struggled to find a job for quite some time.
Yeah, but I mean, with a degree though, especially with what you want to do, it wasn't super hard.
No, it took about a month and a half, which that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Secured a job at a bank. Um, holding it down there. It's been pretty good.
POP, hold it down.
What's super funny though is, first I think like within the first 2 weeks of me moving here, at that same bank at that same location, um, I got a call back for an interview for like some loan processing position, and my bank name is very similar to another bank name that's on my same street in my town. And so,
You roll up to the wrong place.
and so it was my interview was for 10 a.m. it's like, I was like wanting to be 10 minutes earlier or so. So I roll up at 9:50 at this bank. I'm like, hey, Parker, I have an interview with this, I think her name is Kelsey. And they're like, we don't have a Kelsey here. And
Uh,
but hear this. When I was over the phone with the interview lady, she goes, you're going to park in the back entrance next to, and then you're going to come in the back door um, where there's going to be a statue of birds. And at that bank, in the back entrance, there's
there's
a
a statue of
statue
birds.
of birds.
Is there a
And
statue of birds at the bank at you work now?
yes, yes. And
No
that's that. And so
fucking
I,
way.
I went to, because like I said, I didn't know which bank it was. And given I could have called and asked, but I was like, they're going to think I'm some dumbass kid not knowing what she said. So I just rolled with it. And so when I rolled up there the day before to like check it out, I was like, oh, a statue of birds. This has to be it. So yeah.
You
Anyways,
did a recon the day before.
yeah, yeah, because I knew I didn't know what she said, so I wanted to make sure. And I was like, "Oh, statue of birds.
Fair.
This has to be it. I'll be there tomorrow, 9:50. Boom, secure the bag." And so, she tells me we don't have a Kelsey here. I'm freaking out. Like I am, flustered, and I'm like, well, I gotta haul ass to this other bank. So, my current bank. So I haul ass there, go in the entrance. Of course, there's also a statue of birds there. And I'm like out of breath because I was running, back and forth to my car and running inside, and I
Wedding profusely during your interview.
and I actually walked up to my now current manager and said, I have an interview with Kelsey. My current manager's name is also Kelsey, so there was some confusion to whether she had an interview or not, or if it was a different Kelsey. Anyways, we found out
Jesus
who it
Christ.
was, headed all the way back up to the interview room. I'm flustered, like I was late. I'm flustered. I didn't. It was just a botched interview, and I left there. I was like, yeah, didn't get that job. But
And then
anyways,
you got a call back. So you chilling.
well, call back for a different position
Uh
a month later. It was for a
hey,
different position I applied for. But
hey,
we're working there
job's
now.
a job.
Secured the bag. But it's
Get a
funny because
bag.
that first lady that interviewed me, I actually work with her quite often. Um, so I've like joked around with her about it before or whatever. How terrible that went for me.
Were you
But
legitimately late for it or
I mean, I think I showed up pretty much on time or whatever. But by
uh
the time she made it down there to meet me, it was probably like 5 minutes past, I think, the set interview time. So
so you're fine, dude.
wasn't fun though, dude. I came home and I was like, I just couldn't believe
Dude,
I
interviews are
the
already
chances of
stressful
that.
enough.
Yeah.
Like they're already stressful enough. Having shit piled on top, especially that dude, I would have
Uh huh.
freaked out.
Yeah. No.
I would have lost it.
I
I
couldn't.
would have chalked it.
I could. I thought about it. I was like, should I just not go? I'm like,
Do I really need this?
I had to though. I had to go out and do it. But it was fun.
Hey,
It was an interesting experience to say the least.
yeah,
Um,
but hey, look at you now. Successful. You got a
yeah.
wife, 4 kids, a dog. Look at you.
I mean
No, it's a
it's
lie.
been a year, man. I did have a cat though. That did happen. So
Yeah.
I want
And
to get a
once
dog though.
you did say you didn't get a you were never gonna get. You said you weren't gonna get one.
I did, but
Yeah. What happened with that?
sometimes the to to make a
There's some
relationship
outside
happy,
influence.
you have to agree um,
Compromise.
to compromise.
It's
Yeah.
called compromise. So
So
now that you got or now that there's a cat,
uh
you
huh.
have leverage to say I'll let you get a cat. It's dog time.
No, we both want a dog. I don't see it being
Get four of
that.
them.
No, no. I just want one dog, specifically a Bernese Mountain Dog. Um,
Just so big, man.
dude,
I love those dogs. Like Nash,
I
Nash is a
love big
great dog.
dogs.
But they're so bro, picking up dog shit for those, unbearable. Straight
You
picking up horse poop.
Nah, you good. Don't even don't even
I
have to
don't
worry
know.
about it, man.
See, dude, I'm a big fan of like medium sized dogs, like the labs. Not terrible. I love them. Hooch,
Hmm.
that's my dude, forever and ever.
I don't
But
know.
On the other hand, I do like small, medium dogs, like pugs, goated dogs. If you say otherwise, fuck you. I don't care if you think they're ugly, fuck you. If you think they stink, fuck you. But no, they're great dogs. My dream dog, though, on the other hand, it's like a American Bully, little pit bulls, like kind of stout
Uh-huh.
looking, dude.
Yep.
Fucking cute as shit, man. I want so many of those dogs. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of going back though to my original point. I just don't want to get a dog in an apartment like where I can't just like let him out the backyard, like let him run
That's where I'm at,
around.
dude. We both live in
Um,
apartments, and I live on the second story. I don't
same,
want to have to go
same.
walk downstairs with my dog, have him
Yep.
shit, pick it up, and then carry it back.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully if I can secure a house sometime in the near future,
Well,
then I'll get
Jacob
a
and I,
dog.
my roommate Jacob, we found out we're like, what are we gonna do like within a few months, like when our lease is up? Because we just
Uh-huh.
renewed our lease in April.
Cause you
We
do
found
six you do
out,
you do per
yeah, well,
six
yeah, 6
months.
months,
Okay.
6 months, yeah, and we found out at the end of our lease, it's going up to an extra $200 a month. So we're like,
Damn.
what the fuck? And
Yeah.
at that point, like I'll be open, like our rent each month is 11.97 a month, and which is a pretty good deal for 2 bedroom, two
Yeah.
bathroom apartment.
Yeah.
That's like steal and a nice part of town too.
Hmm.
And it's gonna go up to like 1370 or like almost $200 to the dot, like just under 200.
Damn.
But we could easily qualify for a mortgage, or I could qualify for a mortgage for that month for that much.
Yeah.
Really. So it's like one of those things where it's like it's not really worth renting because you're wasting money at that point for that price
Yeah.
and
No,
stuff. I
I
mean,
get it.
granted, it might not be the nicest house, but it's still a
Yeah, at
house.
least be something. Well, I mean, sure you guys will figure it out on what you want to do. It's just, dude,
Yeah.
housing is so expensive right now.
Dude, fuck, it's so dumb.
I'm hoping that like when I'm ready to buy a home, like as selfish as this sounds, that the market will crash and maybe I can
Yeah,
snag a
that
house for that cheap, but
it's it's bound to happen, dude. Like my last job, I worked for a mortgage company, and some of the interest rates I saw on that, and some of the jobs that, like, no offense, but like I saw 400, $500,000 loans with like 2% interest rates on them,
yep.
and like
Yep.
they didn't have like super steady jobs. So it's like another thing, like what happened back in 2008, where like they were just handing out loans with stupid low interest rates, and then you're not going to be able to afford it
Yeah.
come time. So it's like, especially with the whole COVID thing, and they're not able to, or like there's forbearances on like rent and stuff like that. Like when that shit ends in September, there's gonna be a lot of people who can't
Well,
afford their home
that's a lot of
or
foreclosures are going to
afford
go
to rent.
or happen.
Yeah,
When is that supposed to end? Where they are allowed to?
September,
Okay. Yeah.
and that's when student loans are lifted again, or you have to start making payments on your student loans
Okay.
again because mine have been on pause since whenever they did it.
Yeah, I haven't had to pay. I mean, I graduated in June or whatever of last year,
Yeah,
and I haven't had to
and
pay them since then, since,
well,
COVID's been a thing.
yeah, they just put a pause on it, which, I mean, it's been nice, but I would much rather have just, it's been a full year, and I'm not that much in debt in student loans, but it would have been nice to have less than I think I probably have like under 6 years, and I would only have 5, but thanks to our friend COVID, they ruined that one. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I think you could have been paying on it, but
you
I think
can.
not.
It, well, it's because they're
Everyone chose
halting
not
interest
to.
rates, so you're not earning any
Yeah.
interest on those
Mhm.
loans. Yeah. Well, what is it? The Biden administration is talking about like up to what, like 10,000 or $15,000 in student
No,
loan
it's
forgiveness, or
more
did
than
that
that.
fall?
I'm pretty sure. No,
Okay.
it's more than that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, I wonder if that'll go into place or what. I really haven't looked into it. How that's
I
going.
haven't kept it too much on it. I mean, I can see both sides of it. It's like, yeah, it sucks for those who already paid their student loans off, and it's like, oh, I had to pay mine off. Why don't they get to pay theirs off? But like, I don't know, dude. It'd be kind of nice not to have to
I
afford that
mean,
every month,
I
but
get it. It'll be nice, but it's like long
it just
term
doesn't make
and the
sense,
concepts
dude.
of
It
it, it
doesn't.
doesn't make sense. You're
It doesn't.
eh,
It's like as nice as it sounds, sometimes that shit can't happen. So it's like I don't know. You might as well just budget for it and don't be stupid with your money. Just,
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I mean
granted,
that's
I'm pretty fucking dumb, but I know how to save money.
yeah, yeah. Except that expensive ass
Sometimes.
car you bought.
Hey, well, hey, when they
Um,
say money can't buy happiness, it may or may not be true, but
uh-huh.
money can buy sick ass cars, and said car can make you happy. So that's where I'm at.
Mm.
Hey, man. Hey,
No, no, no. Hey,
it's a
no, hey.
fun car.
It's a beautiful car. So
No, you a
yeah.
hater. Hater. Absolutely.
Nah, nah.
For those who don't know, I just bought my dream car. It's a 2020 WRX STI, and you know, I used to think I would never wind up in one of those just because they are expensive. They're like 40 grand. You don't get much of a car. You do and you don't, but they're fun and they look good and they get hella dudes.
Okay. Okay.
It's no, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, people pick cars like, dude, total chick magnet. This car, complete
Dude,
opposite.
man, dude.
Dude, I be breaking dudes' necks. I see them snap around. It's like, oh my god, sick car. It's like, oh my god, thanks, but oh my, this is what I'm at.
And then,
Yeah.
well, for you listeners that don't know, I currently, drive a 1996 Mazda B4000 dream
Dude,
car.
that's that Ford Ranger.
Uh, and that V6 4 liter.
Dude, humble beginnings, and
But hey, man,
that's the only car you've had though.
only car I had, bought it. Okay, here's a whole another story for you that we can go off of. So, 15 years old, bought that truck for $1,500 from my brother-in-law's brother. Turned
Your brother's
16,
brother.
was driving that around. So about a month or two into getting my driver's license, I was going around this roundabout, in Deer Park, right in front of that gas station.
Mhm.
Going around, and this dude, uh, you just assume people are gonna stop um, when it's not their turn to enter in the roundabout. No, he kept going. He hit my let's see, passenger backside above my wheel. So he hit it, pulled off. I go over to him. I'm like, ready to swap insurance and stuff. Buddy proceeds to tell me he doesn't have insurance on his card. I'm like, okay, well, this is how this is gonna go. Also, look down. Buddy has a beer in his cup holder. I'm like, okay, this is how this is gonna go. So I'm like, okay, well, hold tight. So I call the cops, tell them, kind of the situation that's going on. They are not showing up. It's been like, Deer Park's pretty small, but
They don't care.
it was like 10 minutes. I told him this guy doesn't have insurance, and then he was getting impatient. He's like, I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm like, yeah, don't do that. And so I'm standing in front of his car so he doesn't move. And he's like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here. Peels out, almost hits me and my other friend, and then drives away. And then about a minute later, the cop shows up. So do the
Damn.
whole hit and run like procedure or
You
whatever with
got
the
his plate though,
cop.
right?
Got his plate. However, the plate came back to someone totally unrelated. So this guy is just
Oh my
some
god.
low life, you know classic hillbilly guy or whatever. But anyways, insurance gave me like $3,600 for it. So currently, even after other expenses with the truck, I think I'm still up. So it's
Yeah. Well, that's like me with my first car. It was a little 1990 Toyota pickup. I trashed on that thing. I low key hated it, but now that I don't have it anymore, dude, I miss that thing. It was
nah.
bulletproof. And I also got my first accident with that thing, dude. I was
Was that the
forget I
one
think
where you pulled out in the road?
yeah, bro, dude. Okay, listen. Senior year of high school, it I'm at a basketball game. I'm running the student store,
Uh-huh.
deck of vice president and shit,
Oh shit.
Uh um my mom texted me, she's like, "Hey, you wanna pick up some ice cream on your way home?" I'm like, I guess, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I go get some ice cream, dude. And I pull out and I no bullshit. I look left and right like a few times. I'm a good driver, I promise. I swear to God. I look left and right like three times a piece. There is no one in sight. Like people are gonna say I'm lying about this, but I swear to God, I looked left and right numerous times.
Oh my
I
mama.
turned left, and all of a sudden, there's a fucking car in the lane, dude. And I hit this motherfucker super hard. I heard shit crunch. So we pull off, dude. And this guy, it's like a little old Ford Taurus. And I get out of my truck.
Uh,
The door has a massive gouge in it, dude.
yeah.
I'm like, no fucking chance. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I'm fucked. So, and it's this older guy with his grandson, and his grandson's probably like 10. And it's like 9:30 at night. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this sucks. It's fucking cold. It's like December. There's no snow yet. And I'm like, we'll just like trade insurance and we'll just get this done over with. I go to try and find my insurance card. I don't have it. And I'm like, oh no, dude, this looks terrible.
Oh
I'm
shit.
like, this is fucked. He's like, I can just call the cops. I'm like, you don't gotta do that. So I call Ty and I'm like, I'm fucked up. And I remember I was like, my insurance card's on my desk. I don't have it with me. He's like, why do you need it? I'm like, just come down the street. And
Oh no.
I was like, I'm in the parking lot. It was a Double Eagle Pond parking lot right there.
Oh
I'm
okay.
like,
Yep.
and he pulls in. I'm like, oh fuck. So we got that. And that accident actually just fell off our insurance not too long ago, maybe like
Oh.
6 months ago.
Oh.
It finally fell off. So premium went down a little bit.
Damn.
But in the end of it, it's my mother's fault
Why?
because I wouldn't have been in that situation if she didn't want ice cream. And she was
Ah.
sleeping. She wasn't even going to eat the ice cream. I love you, mom, but it's your fault.
Oh.
Hey, man, I don't make the rules. But seriously, that, like, what's it, fucking Doc from Back to the Future appeared out of nowhere. I honestly don't know where he came from because I'm pretty sure what might actually have happened. So I'm on one side of the street, he's on the other, like in the other parking lot, and he probably pulled out as soon as like I looked left to
Uh-huh.
turn, and then it just happened like perfect, like shitty called timing,
Oh yeah. Oh
like
yeah.
all the timing in real life, that worst timing.
Well,
It'd be like that sometimes.
it do be like that sometimes.
But hey, look at me now,
Look at you now, living life,
living life,
driving
living
a
like Larry,
Subaru.
dude, unemployed. Yep.
I mean,
That's me,
you
dude.
didn't have to say you're unemployed, but that's
Hey, I got up in a high. I ain't ashamed about it. I didn't. Wasn't my choice. I got laid off.
that's true. That's true.
Sitting there, I had a pretty killer job. It wasn't the best job. I'm not gonna lie. The mortgage industry is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Especially working from home for a company that I forget where they're based out of. But yeah, working from home, doing my thing. I'm a funder. If you don't know what a funder is, you basically just review loan documents, and if they're good, you order money. If not, you say you need more. Then you have people yell at you like, "Mr. Andrew Martinez, don't you think I forgot your fucking name, pal?"
Yeah. If you're listening, fuck
Uh,
you, Andrew.
fuck,
Fucking bitch.
yeah, fuck you, guy, yelling at me for no reason and shit, bro. I think I still have some screenshots of that motherfucker just slandering me. Hang
uh.
on, let me see
Okay,
here. I
while you're searching for that though, I want to explain to everyone the funniest situation that happened on Mitchell's last day with said mortgage company. I'll
Oh,
explain
dude.
some of it and then you can chip in.
All
So
right.
I'm at work, I'm chilling, having a good time. I get I think a text from Mitch, and you're what did you say?
It
You
was
were
a
like,
snap.
oh yeah, that's
It was a
right. You said
snap.
snap, and you're
And
like,
it was like my assignments for the day. And no bullshit. I was like, either I'm getting fired or it's just really slow.
mm-hmm.
And
You go
the
ahead with
day
it.
goes on, and like I had no suspicion at all. Like we had a meeting where like, yeah, it's slowing down a little bit for the year, which is bullshit, come to find out. but they're like, yeah, we're slowing down a little bit. And this was prior to this happening. So
Mm-hmm.
I log in for the day and I look at my assigned files. I have 3, and usually like our workload is probably like anywhere from 7 to 12. So I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. And I sent Parker a Snapchat. I was like, either I'm getting fired or it's really slow. So I do my business from like 7 to 12:30. I take my lunch at 12:30. I go make myself some PB&J. Shout out PB&J. And I come back and I sit back down in my chair and I'm eating lunch, just chilling, and I get a phone call from an unknown number that I have never seen before, and I'm thinking it's just like a work phone call because I'd call a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh well, fuck, I gotta answer it. And it's HR from the company, and they're like, we regret to inform you, but due to a reduction in force, your position's been terminated. Uh, I'm like, ow. And like that was probably the most awkward fucking phone calls I've ever had too.
How
And
the
like, what do
fuck
you
do you
say to that?
how do you end that call after you're
Yeah.
told that?
And yeah,
Okay.
she was like, I hate to be the person that does this, but yeah, I was like, I was like, well, I was like, this sucks. I literally said this sucks. I'm pretty sure. I was like, oh, this sucks. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, well, I was like, thanks.
You
That
said
was it.
thanks? What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, thanks. I was like, whatever. I was
Oh
like,
gosh.
no fucking shot that happened, dude. And I send you a snap immediately after. I'm like,
Well, I didn't open
guess
it
who just
for
got laid
like
off?
three
Yeah, you
hours
didn't
later
open
because I
it.
was busy all day. But
I
I
send
was,
you
I
a
was like,
snap.
oh man.
I was like, fuck. And, bro, you can't make that shit up. It's like, I send you a snap. Dude, either I'm getting fired or it's slow. I
Yeah.
got fired. I didn't get fired. I got laid
Uh,
off. I didn't do
yeah.
anything wrong.
That
But
we
hey,
know of.
now we here. It'll be 2 months at the end of this month since I've been unemployed. But we chilling. I'm
Yeah.
trying to find something that I'm gonna like. Because I don't have a degree. I should. I dropped out. I should have a degree. I need to go back and get that degree. Kids, if you drop out of
Yeah.
college, don't do it. Finish your degree. Learn from me. You're gonna wind up unemployed, but you might have a sick car.
Oh gosh.
Hey, there's benefits to everything, really.
There sure is. But
Get unemployed, you might not have a job, but at least you have a sick car.
you might be sad,
Hey,
but you got a sick car.
at least you got a sick car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Well, Mitchell,
Hey,
this episode's been pretty fun. We actually been going for 32 minutes, believe it or not.
that's not bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot shorter, but like I said,
No.
it'll only get better over time. So I think,
No, it definitely will. I think this was good, like just intro. I think we've never done anything like this, so just
no, it's
kind
all
of
on
feeling
me.
it. I think once we got into our just usual talking groove, it was kind of a little bit more natural.
Yeah,
So,
make it easy and like little bite-sized stories. But I got a lot more.
oh
I
yeah,
know Hunter has more if we can get him on. I know Michael
Michael
has a lot.
too. I
So
think
I don't know. Yeah.
I think for the next episode, if we can get one of them on, and then we can just have that extra person to kind of feed some stories off of and stuff. So I don't know,
Yeah,
Michael or
it'd be
Hunter. I
fun.
guess who's ever
Whoever's
willing.
down, both. Whoever's down, dude. Really, to be honest. I don't know. Like I said, I think that was fun. Nice little first podcast. Make it
Yeah,
easy, bite size. I mean, eventually, who knows? It could get up to an hour, hour and a half. But I don't know.
Ooh,
30 minutes is a good place to
I feel
start, I
like
think.
yeah, I think so. And like I said, with Hunter, I could probably even do two separate podcasts with him, just with like
Dude, probably.
separate
Even with Michael,
stories.
too. Like, Michael's hilarious. He's one of the funniest people I know.
Definitely, definitely.
And that's not just because he's my cousin. Like, that's a fact.
Michael do be pretty
Well,
funny.
yeah, he gets it from me.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Nah, we'll
Okay.
see.
Well, I guess this is the end of this one, but
It is. If anybody's out there listening, we do appreciate it.
please leave a like. I think we're gonna throw this up on YouTube, so leave a like, subscribe.
Yeah, man.
But I guess we'll catch you all in the next one.
Doses, everyone.